this particular area has not climatic or ecological conditions that make it suitable for commodity for agriculture. It has been historically an area for extensive cattle farm or livestock farming. So one thing that made it possible that for agriculture production to grow there were technological changes, and but these technological changes I am mainly referring to no-tillage systems and, of course, OGM seeds. These technologies led to new problems such as soil depletion and a problem that is very underlined by farmers is the emergence of weeds that are resistant to the products, agrochemicals that are oftenly used. And so yields are very comparatively with the Pampa region, for example, yields are lower and they are highly unstable. And as regards economic conditions that are particularly to this area, we have to mention the long distance from the ports. And that this means heavier farming costs. And so when the period of the high commodity prices that characterized the soy boom in the country, when the prices went down, farmers sought to change some of their productive and business strategies, and there is one that is significant, that is or two, let us say. The first one has to do with coupling grain production with livestock farming, and the other one is, and still this is not an area where quality meat is produced, and the other one that is very small or relatively small, but is important for many large-scale farms or firms, is the introduction of what people call specialities, for example, chickpeas. And another feature that we have to mention is that if in previous years accumulation stood strongly on the extension of sown areas, these factors have resulted in more slow expansion and a change to intensification. This area of the Chaco region, because we must say that the Chaco region is a big region and it has many different ecological and social differences. So in this particular area, that is a transition area in ecological terms, we could say that before the expansion of soy, this area was somewhat marginal to the national agricultural or local agricultural development patterns. That changed with the soybean expansion, and before that, people mainly were seasonal workers, and they went to the sugarcane harvest that was near the area, but also to, I don't know, harvest grape. They went to harvest grape also. So we can see there a combination of squeezes on rural on rural workers. On the one hand, these other activities where they used to work have experienced mechanization processes, and so they do not demand so much work. That is why many of them started to produce small plots in the area. But when the competition for land and large scale farms expanded in the area, they found that they were these workers found that they were not demanded, because this grain production is very low demanding as regards to work and to labor, sorry, and it has had a very negative effect on labor dynamics. As regards this area, I would like to mention two processes. One has to do with internal differentiation among farmers that continue to be engaged in productive activities. So that would be one thing, with an ongoing concentration process that is also eroding the capacities of medium capitalist firms. And on the other side, as regards the reproduction of local population, the area has, or according to the last existent data on, for example, rural poverty, but they are old, they are about 20 years ago, it's an area with high poverty rates in rural settings. And there are a lot of situations that I have observed in my research that allow to think that social reproduction is clearly problematic in the area, but because it is clearly not related to labor markets, and as regards farming activities where they can be where we could still find them some years ago, that inclusion is also being eroded. So more than saying anything conclusive, I could say that things that some scholars are beginning to analyze, for example, that issues that have to do with the production of surplus population could be interesting questions to explore in this area. And I could say the same for the rest of Argentina.